As an integrated accounting package, SuccessWare makes invoicing part of the job process. You can access the invoice directly from the dispatch board, or if you're going to complete the invoices after the fact, perhaps the next day, you can go to the Job Manager where you can pull up all jobs that occurred in a specific date range, and then open the associated invoice right from that screen. Additionally, invoices can be opened from a customer's record and from any place that you can access the job in the software. From the invoicing form, you'll indicate what the customer purchased from you, either by recording a series of flat rate tasks or building a time and material invoice. In this example, I'm going to build a flat rate invoice. I'm going to begin by using an item for which I know the price book code, in this case a diagnostic with repair. When the item is added to the invoice, the description is automatically applied but can be updated, as well as the price. The next item that I'm going to add to the invoice, I'm going to assume I don't know the item number for, and instead I'm going to search by the description. In this case, I searched for all tasks in my price book that contain the word charge, found the charging of a small AC unit, and have applied the member price to that particular task. The last item, I'm going to again enter the code, select the add-on price, and save the item. I've now built my invoice to represent the different items that were sold to the customer. Each of these items from the price book have built into them a pointer to a specific general ledger account. Knowing what was sold and what department sold it is all that the user needs to do. Next, I'm going to enter cost information related to these tasks. If I'm using flat rate tasks, I can build the individual materials into the task and they will automatically appear as cost on the invoice. I can also manually list part items, miscellaneous cost items as well on the invoice. Here I'm going to change the quantity of Freon that I used on this repair. The labor that we import is coming directly from the time card entries that were created through dispatch. By bringing in the cost of materials and the labor that I used on the job, I'm going to be able to take a look at what the gross margin was on this particular job and run reports accordingly. Lastly, I'm going to apply the payment to this invoice. This assumes that I was receiving payment directly in the field. If I'm not being paid, I can post the invoice without the payment. If I'm using SuccessWare's X-Charge credit card integration, then I would be able to process the credit card transaction right from this screen. Again, each of these line items are posting to the same department. I'm going to post, and not only is my customer's account updated, but the general ledger transactions have been created as well. Let's take a look at the preview of the invoice. I do have the ability to print this invoice and mail it to the customer. If I had not received payment, we'd see a payment stub. And I can also email the invoice directly to the customer right from within SuccessWare. Again, anytime we post a general ledger transaction, the full transaction detail is available to me from that window.